Yo, um, I wanted to talk about rotations. Uh, Another existential video, I guess, or the opposite. Um, I just rotated my shoulder and oof, it hurts. You know, the joint, the ow. So, rotations, right. I was reminded about discrete Fourier transforms when somebody was talking about algorithms for Fibonacci retracements and extrapolating curves from data on stock markets and crypto markets. And it's really the same thing as quantum superpositioning, or looking at like amplitudes in the voltage and what do you call it? Amps. Yeah, amps. Voltage and amps in electrical mechanic, for whatever, electricity, mechanical engineers, that sort of thing. You have your series, and it tends to infinity, and you use that to approximate overlaps of waves. You know, like the sine wave, the cosine wave, that sort of thing. And I guess the jarring thing is trigger warning. I guess every particle in our body is in constant like wave particle duality, and that means like so if you like shoot an electron at that wall, it like is a wave and also a particle, and it only becomes a particle when it hits something. And that's like an argument for simulation theory, because a lot of video games like doesn't keep track of every spaceship or every AI, right? It only when the AI interacts with something, then it updates like all the stuff that AI or spaceship did, and that's good for simulations. And I was kind of like offhand. I don't really believe in simulation theory, but I don't really believe against simulation theory because I have like no way of knowing. But that's like a good argument for simulation theory. And I was like, maybe life sucks so bad because like you would want to make a complex simulation like this one to either have fun and like watch people kill each other, or to kind of like figure out a way to solve your own problems. But then if it was too good a simulation, then people would just create their own simulation and try to learn from that simulation how to solve their problems. So maybe life just sucks so much because people don't want humans making simulations to solve their own problems, but like coming up with them on their own. Ha! Maybe the maybe the people who actually try to solve humanity's problems would have some value in that kind of world. But no, I don't really actually place any merit in the value of simulation theory, because it doesn't make a difference to me whether I live in a simulation or not. But what I was going to say about shoulder blades and stock markets was it's not just the behavior of my sore, sleep-displaced shoulder that feels like a loop, like a rotation. You know, that rotating bone. Even when we talk, we're like sending out waves like this. You're not reading my thoughts. I'm trying to translate my thoughts into ideas, into English. Make the waves to the mic, to the electricity, to the, what do you call it, MP4? MP4 format. And then your computer's reading that and playing back the sound to your headset, or, I don't know. If you don't have a headset, man, I have this, like, what is it, SC2 9H headset, no, 9H, what is this, a Steel Series? Did you say? I don't know what it says. Dude, these. If just don't get a $20 headset, man. Get a good headset, and then when you watch videos or like people that are making noise outside, it is just so. It's like you're there listening to the music, not in your room listening to the people outside or upstairs. Anyway, yeah, so the point is, it's weird because someone was thinking of discrete mathematics as like clocks that rotate. But thing is, like, if you think of discrete mathematics as a... If you think of discrete mathematics and like these imaginary numbers in Fourier series or in these matrices with imaginary components that don't exist, it's weird because when you think of that as a clock that loops around and there's your wave and then you have your existence wave, and when those two are in sync then you actually have like the wave, and so you can actually graph, like, instead of just a sinusoidal wave, you can just like only graph the like top part. Doesn't exist top part, doesn't exist top part. Like when the waves are in phase, you can actually just have like the top half of a sine graph or the bottom half of a sine graph. Like, that's amazing to me. But the creepy part is, if every particle in our body's like that, it exists half the time and half the time it doesn't, and that means millions, billions of times, trillions of times per second, every particle in our body just stops existing and then starts existing a little later. And that discontinuity really fucks with your self-identity. Especially when you consider that maybe it's all just concrete, set in stone laws of how the universe works. But like, I want to exist and keep existing and like have a consciousness and a free will, right? Even if I don't believe in free will, I totally believe in self-determinism, because that has so many benefits and applications. I think self-determinism is true regardless of free will or not. But and you can define free will to fit in with whatever ideology you believe in, right? You can just redefine what free will is to you and what a person is to you, or what consciousness and intelligence. Those are all open to interpretation terms. So often you can, I often like to start conversations with, well, what do you define as a person? Or, well, what do you define as free will? What do you define as God? What do you mean what do you define as living in a simulation? Like, I want to live in a computer simulation. That's where I want to. I guess I wouldn't be alive, but my what I see as my consciousness, what I see as my self would continue existing and thinking inside that computer simulation. Unlike this one, where it's just like, give or take 80 years and gone. People don't like witnessing firsthand how fleeting life is. Now, I say that from my own examples of what what I've seen how people react to death and murder. But I'm sure you can have your own memories that lead to the same point. People don't like death. I think death is fucking the worst. It's nonsense. What the fuck? Death is terrible. It should be banned. Not banned, but unwanted death should be banned. It should be illegal, eradicated, cured. That's whatever it means. I don't fucking care what you have to do to stop people from dying, but if someone doesn't want to die, then I don't think anyone has the right to kill them, right? You can argue that, like, for the greater good, it would be best if, like, all of humanity went extinct, or, like, if this person in particular was dead. But you don't have the right to enforce that. Alright. So, aging, fucking bullshit. We need to cure aging, and if we can't cure aging, then we just need to evolve into a technological singularity. Because, I don't wanna die. And I don't want other people to die. Especially not innocent people who aren't predators or fucking over anyone, just living their lives and not exploiting people, just herbivores trying to respect other people's well-being and not take advantage of others for their own benefit. I don't want those people to die. And when I say people, I include parrots and I don't know. I used to like all animals, but now I only like herbivores. I mean, if someone has a nice personality and they're naive, then yeah, I can be friends. I can be friends with anyone. I don't care how evil, as long as there's an optimal, like, result to that interaction, right? Because you can persuade evil people to stop being evil, right? And yeah, so we need better research for living, and also obviously implementing the technology we have to, like, save the planet and biosphere and all of that feedback loop with global warming and water vapor. We can end that whenever we want. But, kind of like in the stock market, it's like, to actually change consumerism and be like, you know what, let's not destroy the planet. You actually need a lot of people coordinated. For, like, grassroots movement, you need a lot of people coordinated. To move the price of a market, you need a lot of people coordinated to have the same effect as a plutocrat. So, fucking, like, decide whether you want the planet to be destroyed or not. And, I mean, if you do want the planet to be destroyed, well, fuck you. Fuck you. I would be more emphatic, but I don't want to offend the people who actually give a fuck. I'm a little mad because my shoulder hurts, and I just want to go back to sleep. But I got woken up. Sorry for swearing. And my trades aren't profitable today. Okay, they are profitable today. We'll see. We'll see if my trades are profitable today. Ah, man. I sleep like this on the pillow so I can look at anime girls when I'm falling asleep. But that messes with my... that not the best. But when I sleep on the back, then my hair gets like... Dude, my hair is not conducive to sleeping on my back, and I have trauma from... It was a cold day, so I let my bird sleep with me. And that is the most traumatic experience of my life. Alright! I'm gonna play Artifact. I'm gonna be an Artifact pro, dude. Mark my words. I'm gonna be like top 100 at least. Pro is probably like, what, top 3, 4? I know where this pro. Let's see. Top 10. That was probably like top 10, top 25. I'm gonna be top 100. Alright, peace out. I used to play Altail. It's kind of like the random attack direction. That's like kind of reminiscent, you know? Oh, Shadowverse then. That's a game. People are like, oh yeah, Faria and Hearthstone and Gwent and Hex. Oh, those. Oof. The Farwilds. That's like, those are the games. But no. Artifact. So many good games. Okay, Guild Wars 2 wouldn't have died if it was Valve. Heroes of the Storm probably would have died if it was Valve. But what was that other game? There was another nice game. I don't know. I wish Dragon Nest was by Valve. There's a bunch of games that Valve would not have killed. Because Valve, I don't know. There's something about Valve that, like, they just don't, like, milk players for every cent. You know what I think is dumb, though? Rewarding all the, like, competitive try-hard players with, like, free cards. Even though those are the people who you want to, like, pay money for cards. It's like, shouldn't you, like, ask people to pay money for cards? But no, if you're, like, good enough, you can just get endless cards. That's silly. I'm gonna pay money anyway. I'm gonna get a Drow Ranger and an axe, and yeah, those are the cards for closed beta. Those are the cards. Peace. Oh, my shoulder.